will be the best Halloween ever, ever. Now I know you wonder what I'm talking about. The fact that I was, as a child, I've always loved Halloween. Oh my God, I loved Halloween so much. I remember when I was a little girl and my mom and dad used to take me trick-or-treating. And they stopped when I was 5 years old. And so and when I was 6, I cried. When I was 7, I cried. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, I cried so hard till my nose was just red every Halloween because I wanted to go out and celebrate. I was always a wild child, so I would just go out in the night and just jump for joy because the feeling of excitement and ecstasy was in me as a kid when it came to Halloween because I loved the night. I loved to go out in the night and everything. So they didn't know it, you know, but what I did, I snuck out and I did something anyway. Okay, Mom and Dad resting in their graves, but I had to do it, you know. I was a wild child. I knew very early when I was young that I was a witch. And so while the kids thought it was funny, I actually loved it, okay? They would be like, Vanita, when you gonna go out and feed your bats? And in my head, I'm like, if only I had one. But anyway, I don't want any right now. I don't, so don't come my way, bats. I don't like them. One got in my face this close one time. It was about that big. They aren't that big, you know. And I think they're beautiful creatures. They are so cute. I love their faces. But at the same time, too, they have some to care of the rabies. And I don't want to be bothered with that. And I have to be so careful what I say because here lately, pretty much what I say comes to me. So, whew, goodness. Anyway, thanks for the invitation, but no thanks. I mean, haven't I made that clear? I don't want any bats coming to visit. But anyway, as a little kid, you know, I knew that I had the spirit. You know, I really knew it. But anyway, the reason why I said this would be the best Halloween ever because last year I got a chance to dress up. And I dressed up as the voodoo queen. And I really enjoyed it. Matter of fact, I started a day ahead of time. So the 30th I dressed and the 31st I dressed, but I dressed differently, but I was a voodoo queen, and I had my face done in this African tribal type look, and I had this big tall head wrap on like Erykah Badu, and I had my clothes and stuff shredded, and sort of looked like the how Erykah looked when she did "Ooh Hey, I'm trying to do." I guess that's the song. I'm not sure, but I think that's the one where she had the head wrap that was very long and tall, and she was walking in the desert, and her tail of her dress was just dragging behind her. Well, I did something like that, and I was voodoo priestess, and I was gorgeous. I mean, everybody thought I was gorgeous, and I just felt like I was a voodoo priestess. No, that was my second time dressing up like that because I remember I did it the year before. That's when I was contemplating, you know, whether or not I was going to cut all my hair off and just grow natural hair and stuff like that. And it kind of got me prepared for what I did. But anyway, the reason why I said this would be the best Halloween ever, if the God and the goddess decides that I will get a chance to live and nothing happen. Because I had been studying a little bit of the pagans' religion, and when I say, I'm not saying, you know, I got a lot of people that's getting me wrong. I'm studying all religions. I'm not saying I'm this particular, I worship this particular religion. I'm just saying I study all of them, and I make no choices because if I make a choice, then that means all of my learning stops right there. Like I said, I am a witch. I know that for sure. But at the same time, too, I honor and I respect all religions. I don't think it's fair for me to choose any, and I don't think it's fair to go into competition on whose belief is greater than the other. I think they all are important because you know what? Believe it or not, they all are one source. It's all one source. It's all one source to the divine, and that's the whole entire makeup. Whether or not you want to do it this way, that way, it's all that we can connect with the divine. And there's so many ways to connect with the divine, but there's only one divine. And basically, that's my understanding of it. And but who knows? Maybe I may change because I'm always going to be a student. I'm a student in the cosmos. I'll never stop learning. I mean, even in the afterlife, I will be learning and preparing myself for another physical life to continue to learn, because that's the only way that I can become the higher me, the higher being that I am to be. But anyway, back to Halloween. And the pagans. The pagans celebrated Hallows Eve, and that's when the Christians, I won't say the Christians, but the masses decided on Halloween from Hallows Eve. And Hallows Eve is not just one day. It's like I think like a week. It's like a whole week, or like 9 to 10 days, sort of like the 12 days of Christmas. You know, it's like each day prepares. But I think that is a connection with the harvest, the fact that all of the harvest is done, and now it's getting cold, and now the new King God reigned, and I'm not sure which God it is. Y'all straighten me out. I've heard of the old King God and another God that they talked about, but they look like wizards, and I think that's how Santa Claus came about, through one of those gods that look like this great wizard. But this time I plan on doing a lot of research on Hallows Eve so I can be prepared for the celebration of Halloween this year. And who am I going to be this Halloween? Oh, I'm going to be a voodoo priestess again. I can't wait, you know, and I plan on I plan on having my tarot cards here and communicating with my ancestors and stuff, and my mom and my dad. And I think that's what they did, that it was like an honor of the dead. It was the honor of the dead. And I want to make sure this time that I am celebrating this, because this keeps, you know, our ancestors alive, and this is also bringing my mom and my dad, keeping their thoughts and their memories, you know, alive. And that's basically what I want to do. And gonna see how much time I got. Don't have much time. I'll be starting up again.